Hello, I'm James Wells, Education Manager at Crayola. We're excited that Harper Kids is collaborating with Crayola for this read along, draw along event to help children enjoy great stories and the illustrations that bring them to life. So grab some drawing supplies and get ready for an interactive story session. Joining me today is author JP Takahashi and illustrator Minako Tomigahara. JP, please share the history of this night parade and your inspiration for writing this book.
So this book was inspired by old folk tales in Japan from many hundreds of years ago. The images of spirits and ghosts and demons, which were called yōkai, were painted on picture scrolls, and these legends have evolved over time. Now, it was said that the night parade of 100 demons traveled through Japan's old capital city of Kyoto. And if you came across the parade, you'd be swept away into the spirit world. Now, I decided to move the parade to Tokyo, where my grandfather lived, because when I was a kid, I would imagine making friends with the yokai in his garden and going on my own adventures at night with the spirits. I always loved these stories. I would sit in the library and the bookstore all day, reading the folk tales. I'd watch all of the old TV shows and movies. I just liked that. Sometimes the yokai were shown as cute and friendly, and sometimes they were creepy and scary. And just like humans, they're all different, and the way they look and the abilities that they have don't really promise anything about who they are. So I wanted to capture some of that magic and the wonder, which led me to eventually write Tokyo Night Parade.
JP, thank you for sharing these wonderful insights. Please read Tokyo Night Parade.
Eka is waiting. She listens with pointed ears for the strange sounds of the night parade, for the music and mumbling, hooting and screeching. Eka is waiting for her monsters. It's been a while since Eka's come home to Tokyo, but she wouldn't miss her favorite evening of the year. Come out, Eka. A familiar voice croaks. Finally, Eka slips off her futon, slides open the shoji, and sneaks down the spiral staircase. In the garden, the kappa slithers out of the pond. It walks with slapping steps, leaving wet footprints on the stone path. Eka says hello, and the kappa does the same. Welcome back, it says. They're right on time. As it has always done, the kappa offers a slimy webbed hand. And leads Eka into the dark. A gust of wind from enormous gold wings sends Eka stumbling forward. The ground thunders with the giant Raiju's stride. She feels the pitter-patter of paws and claws grow closer. The air is thick with swirling, swooping ghosts. Eka smiles. The night parade of 100 demons has arrived. It's wonderful to see you again. A round-bellied raccoon drums a taiko. Do you like New York? Asks the lion dog trotting beside Eka. Yes, I do, Eka says, but I wish I could take you all with me. The kappa grunts. We yokai can only travel the islands of Japan, from Hokkaido to Honshu, Shikoku and Kyushu, all the way down to Okinawa. I remember, Eka says. The night parade can't cross the ocean. It can't walk the streets of Manhattan or go on adventures with Eka and her new friends. It can't ride the rattling 6 train or visit her in the small apartment above Mr. Soto's bodega. At school in America, nobody wants to hear about Eka's yokai back in Japan. Demons? That's creepy. Aren't they dangerous? Eka wonders. Kappa-san, she asks, are you all good spirits? The kappa leans in, real close. Are you all good humans? She thinks about this for a moment, but the kappa does not expect an answer. After tonight, when will we see you again? A sharp beak snaps near Eka's ear as the two-headed pheasant looks at her expectantly. I don't know. Maybe in a year, maybe in 10, maybe never again. Eka's heart aches when she imagines next summer, and the one after that. She tries to forget that this could be her last parade, that New York is expensive and Japan is too far away to keep visiting. The kappa's cold hand gives Eka's a squeeze, just like it did on the day they met. It was only 5 years ago when Eka had first seen the kappa's glowing eyes peering up at her. Why are you hiding? She had asked, and a bubble rose to the surface and popped. Sometimes we spirits confuse people, it whispered. Humans want the easy answers. They ask if I'm honest or wicked, if I'm an animal or a monster, and I'm not sure what to say. Eka nodded. Are you confused? She said. Another bubble. Another pop. No, I'm not. Well, Eka said, maybe there are no easy answers. Then Eka's grandfather had called her inside for lunch, so she bowed goodbye to the kappa. A gift for Eka was on the table, beside the grilled salmon and crunchy pickles. Try it on, her grandfather said. It's all yours. Carefully, she unfolded the fabric. The suit was a perfect fit. And it still is. Now Eka twitches her ears. She swishes her tail and bares her fangs in the moonlight. Throwing their heads back, the yōkai whoop and shout and carry on. Their mismatched crowd is an unusual sight. Impossible to describe, but they are here, together, and this is worth celebrating. They will walk until sunrise, when Eka must return to her grandfather's house at the end of the street. The kappa will sink deep down into the water, until next time. In the morning, Eka's family will board a plane to America. But for now, all that matters are Eka and the demons and the glorious racket of the night parade. They sing, they speak, they hoot, they screech. And tonight, they dance.
Okay, Minako, the parade takes place at night. However, the illustrations radiate with warmth as Eka and her spirit friends celebrate. Please explain the techniques you use to illustrate this book.
Yes, so this story unfolds one night of the Hyakyagyo. In classical Japanese culture, the Hyakyagyo takes place on the end of the summer. And I born and raised in Japan and strongly remember that humid summer of Japan. Air is very thick and it's cold yet warm. And summertime also means vacation time, that when I can go to see my grandpa who lives far away, like Eka does. When I was trying to find the color palette of this story, I look for the color that has the same unique atmosphere with the night of summer in Japan. And after much trial and error, I choose purple as a main color palette of the entire story. The story begins with cold bluish purple and then transition to warm reddish purple when Eka started parade with yokais. I can't really explain as a technique. since it is a sensory thing. But I felt that this color was the closest to the feeling of the late summer night in Japan, which is thick, humid, and unrealistic yet exciting feeling. Also, red purple is opposite color palette of the other main character, Kappa, who is yellowish green, so he always pop up in the night. And in the end of the story, when sunrise, the color palette shifts to very warm yellow and pink to tell warm memories of Eka. That's how I decide the color palette of this story.
Thank you, Minako, for sharing your creative process. Could you demonstrate how you captured Eika's excitement?
I'm going to draw the character of this book. And the first character we are going to draw is Eka in this page when she is hearing the sound of the night. And for this time, since it's story happening in the night, I'm going to use dark construction paper to give the night feeling and draw on top of it using crayons. I'll start with Eka's face. Eka's face is basically a circle that you can draw circle and her eye position. And her body is like a rectangle with bending knee, and she has a kitsune tail. Kitsune tail is like oval shape, and her arm is also kind of oval shape with her cute kitsune, a fox ear with it. So, and of course, she has this body, the dog body. The dog has also circle face with, he has a long body with very short leg and very short arm. Eka has a cute curly hair like this, little cheek. So this is the base drawing. And on top of that, I'm going to use this crayon called Bold and Bright Construction Crayon and this oil pastel neon crayon to make them more pop up on the black construction paper. First of all, Eka's kitsune suit with this triangle ear. So you can cut the circle half kitsune suits and half her face. And her body. Her arm is like this curvy shape. And her tail is very, very big and thick. So you can draw thick oval and make this shape of Eka. And her face should pop up too. So her face is also warm tone, but different color than kitsune suits. This heart shape is her face shape, this here. And her toe and hands. Curly hair is very dark tone, so it won't pop up on the black paper. So you can grab like very bright white crayon and then draw these curls on her hair. And of course, in the end, her eyes, since she's listening carefully, she's closing the eye, so you can draw this kind of shape. And nose and mouth and eyebrows, of course. Maybe you can add orange or pink on her cheek like this. The cheek area can be another circle too. And her body, the dog is, I'm going to use this color for our body. The dog face is also circle with little bit of pointy mouth with triangle ear and long body with short leg and spot with tail. And you can also add another color on top of the one crayon. So I'll add purple, this color, the purple, and he has this small eye with small nose. His ear is triangle with a little bit of hair comes up. And lastly, to add triangle on Eka's tail to this zigzag. Yeah, that's how to draw Eka and dog in crayon. The next we'll draw Kappa-san. Kappa-san has a very unique shape, and he is yellow-green. His face shape is this oval with very, very big mountain-like shape mouth. Almost 80% of the face is mouth on him. And his body shape is like a tear-like a shape. And he has very long leg with this star like a zigzag shape on toe. He has very long arm too with this star-like shape on in the end with this finger, which is also a circle with long leg, long arm. And he has his plate on top of his head, which he retain the water all the time. That's what this plane means. He is a water creature, so he need the water. So I use blue and blue on back too. I can be black, and you can paint this shape using this neon crayon, so it pop up. He really pop up because he's yellow green, and his toe also has this circle finger, and his big mouth. His eye can be black circle next to his mouth. That's how you draw Kappa-san. Yeah, this is the character of the Tokyo Night Parade.
So now that you've seen Mineko's drawing, it is your time to create your own. Grab some colored pencils, crayons, even markers. Think about what brings you joy and excitement. Parents and teachers, you can be the first to know about the next Read Along, Draw Along program and other free learning events by signing up to receive the Crayola Education monthly e-newsletter. Just check the education box to have free learning ideas delivered right to your inbox. Thank you, JP and Minako, for inspiring us today. Thanks to our friends at Harper Kids for sharing this wonderful book. And a very special thanks to all of you for joining us today.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for reading with me.
Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed the book. Thank you.
Bye-bye.